The following podcast may contain adult language and an abundance of silence in the fracking walls, man. So get ready, nerds, because we're talking Season 1, Episode 4 of Battlestar Galactica, The Act of Contrition. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Salty Nerd Podcast. We're talking Battlestar Galactica, Episode 4. I'm joined, as always, by my fantastic panel of nerds. Matt Vader's here. What's up, dude?
I'm okay. How are you?
Are you?
My monitor, I feel like I'm...
Don't complain.
The audience watching has no idea what you're talking about.
No idea. So it's
all
fine.
good. How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm fantastic.
I missed you guys last week.
Well,
We missed you too.
It was a dope-ass episode.
Yeah.
A lot of dumb decisions made last episode. We'll get there anyway. Judah's also here. Welcome.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. And last but not least, the frustrated producer of the show, Matthew Kadish. What's up, dude?
So right before we went live, all of our equipment took a shit, and I had to remap all of our camera keys. And so if there's some awkward cutting in this episode, it's because I don't know what button activates what camera.
Is Jude's voice going to be coming out of my face? That kind of
Well, no, it'll be Jude
it
talking.
might.
It'll be Jude talking, but it'll be one of us on the screen instead.
Yeah, like I've already made multiple errors in editing
It's okay.
at the beginning of this episode. So I apologize in advance.
It's okay.
So you're going to have Jude talking and me picking my nose. 'Cause
Yes.
I don't think I'm on the screen right now.
Yes.
100%.
And our audio listeners have a leg up on this episode
Yeah.
now because they're like, don't matter to me. It's all good.
Well, before we get into episode 4, is there anything you want to say about episode 3? Because you weren't here for it.
People really dumb last episode. Like really dumb. Like, oh, we're going to go to a prison cell and let all the prisoners out at once so that we can have a conversation with them about the likelihood of them dying for the rest of everybody. Like, what?
Yeah.
Why would you even bother? There's
He was
50,000.
so confident.
There's 50,000 other people out there who are better choices. Like,
No.
come on, bro.
I'm totally on the Thomas camp with this. Prisoners, make them work.
No, that's terrible. That is
That's
a
a
good way to
great
get that. They're like, we'll give them equipment and weapons to defend themselves.
It's
Like,
if
are you dumb?
Dude, you went out of your cage, pleb? Let's go. Get to work.
You should have just blown that whole shit up.
You see all that garbage on the side of the freeway between here and Mesquite? Get the stabbing.
You're the guy with the pink jumpsuits, huh, from Arizona?
Hell yeah.
Remember that guy? He was in the news for a while.
I'm
Anyway,
totally down for that.
I was just frustrated last episode because I watched it and I was like, these guys are being complete. They're putting their lives in the wrong hands as far as I was concerned. Like, that was a terrible idea. But anyway, that was last episode. That was my thoughts on that. Everybody was being dumb. This episode
That's fair.
is going to be a lot of fun to talk about. All right, folks, before we dive into this episode, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back, so stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. Hey, if you guys would like to support what we do here, you can go to saltynerd.com/DC and download a mobile game called Dragon Champions. This is an awesome hero collection game where you get to collect your heroes, upgrade them, and go on the warpath with people like us. We have our own Salty Nerd Podcast Guild, so don't forget, type in the promo code SALTY, and then you guys get a little bit of a leg up, get to help you along your way, and then you can join our guild once you reach level 20. And you guys can join us. We go on raids. You guys are super busy in the chat on Discord. You guys are sharing codes and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yes.
It's what, dude, some of the people that we got to join up are now surpassing the two of you.
For sure.
It's crazy.
No one's surpassing me. They're not even close.
Exciting.
No, they've most definitely surpassed me because I have trouble with scheduling and time management. So
Anyway, saltynerd.com/DC. Join the community. It's a really fun mobile game, and you help support the podcast and also the developers of Dragon Champions. Really like us, and we want to return that favor.
Promo code.
Promo code SALTY. Don't forget. All right, Jude, take it away. Episode 4.
Battlestar Galactica, Act of Contrition. The episode opens up flashing between Starbuck and her raptor losing control, and she and Lee laughing and joking and preparing for a celebration among the pilots. Flat Top just completed his 1,000th landing, and the crew prepares to honor him. Chief rolls a wagon over, and the crew put Flat Top in, spinning him and chanting. Adama, Apollo, and Starbuck make their way toward the other pilots when during the celebration a drone comes loose from the rack, falls, and fires into the pilots on the hangar deck.
Tragic. So sad.
Yeah,
And
in the middle of a celebration.
yeah, this dude's like celebrating that he landed his thousands.
Salvit.
Yeah, the 1,000th.
1000.
What is wrong with all of us today? None of us can speak.
I know.
1,000th landing.
There you go. Anyway, he's celebrating. It was very sad. And especially considering they have a very limited amount of pilots.
Yeah.
They just knocked out like 7 of them.
Did you do some math?
I did.
Did you? I figured you would.
And
no, wait a second.
I'm a little frustrated. Later on in the episode, I'm a little frustrated that they're just throwing like greenhorns into these Vipers.
They don't have much choice now.
Like, do some mock landings while you're in the cockpit or something. Like, we'll throw them. We'll talk
this
about that in a
first crew have all flown before.
They have experience.
minute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
We'll get
probably
there.
the next one.
I kind of call bullshit on the straps though. So like
me too.
if one of those straps like broke, the other one should have stayed strong. Like the likelihood of both those straps breaking, because those were like, heavy duty straps. They don't just like break like that.
Wear and tear.
Yeah. It's an old ass ship.
Old
Yeah.
ass stuff.
Yeah, I know that they justified it with the investigator, and she was like, "Oh, this is what happened." But still, I was like, "Yeah, that's pushing it."
I call bullshit that the thing would fall and then immediately like ignite. I feel like there should be some safety measures in there.
It's been a while since I've seen this episode, right? Not one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah.
Just because of goofy stuff like that. I'm like, no, wait a second. That's some like Wile E. Coyote shit.
It kind of is.
You know?
Meep, meep. He drops it and it lights up and goes flying and then blows up. Like, is there no safety measures on this
Yeah,
thing?
flat top should have had like a little sign that said "Yikes."
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. There's a little
I don't think
shenanigans.
if a missile drops off of a under wing of a plane, an aircraft carrier, it's gonna fly off and blow up the first thing it hits. That's just not how they work.
It doesn't seem right.
Fires right into those pilots.
Oh God, what a terrible way to go. I thought maybe it was gonna like knock the head off of one of them, but it legit like blew up. Like
Yeah.
blew half the hangar up.
And they said like we're lucky it wasn't a missile, it was just a drone.
What's the difference?
Boom.
Apparently, drones aren't as explosive as missiles.
Right,
Like, it's still exploded,
well,
right?
They said, I think a missile is more like a nuclear warhead.
No, nuke is something totally different. Missiles are basically like, guided projectiles. The drone might have just been like something that intercepts missiles or something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
Comment below.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Battlestar
between a drone?
Galactica people.
Yeah, we need you right now in the comments.
Get those technical manuals out.
All right, Jude, take it away.
Actually, there's exactly 0.45 gigatons of explosive on the warhead
And there
of a
is
drone.
hold on. And there is actually precedence for this happening on real battleships. Thank you. We'll get somebody in the comments. I
know.
promise.
Oh, fuck you. Making fun of me. I'm sorry.
I don't appreciate the impression you just did of me.
It's very stereotypical.
Nerds making fun of nerds.
Yeah,
And we're allowed. It's okay.
fine. I have contacts.
Look at
I
the-
wear glasses. I
Look,
swear.
look at the fat nerd with the glasses.
All
making
of us
fun
wear
people.
glasses.
Yeah.
Not that makes you a nerd.
I just hide it. All right, Jude, take it away.
Back to Starbuck spiraling out of control through the sky, and then quick cut to the investigation on the deck. We learn the accident killed 13 pilots and put 7 in the sick bay. Apollo gives the remaining pilots instruction for the funeral services for the deceased pilots. He struggles to find the words to say to the pilots when Adama asks to address them. He tells them to be strong because there will be more hard days ahead. Starbuck has a flashback of another time a pilot close to her was killed. Zack Adama, Apollo's brother and the commander's son. We flash between Zack's funeral 2 years ago and the current funeral aboard Galactica.
I don't have anything to say.
Funerals suck.
Yeah, they do. Say, what is it? What is his catchphrase?
So say we all.
So say we
So
all.
say we all.
So say we all. At this point in time, I was getting a little confused with the Starbuck like spiraling through the air. I was like, I didn't. I wasn't catching on to the. Is it a flashback or flash future? Like, are we looking at
one
something?
of those annoying Joss Whedon like tropes where like he starts off with like, this is the end of the episode, and we're just going to keep cutting back to the end of the episode throughout the episode to create intrigue.
But there was also flashbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
which
flashbacks and flash
Several.
forwards.
I was super
And,
confused.
Yeah, I just like I said earlier, this is probably my least favorite of the episodes that we've watched to start this out.
Yeah.
And that's why.
Yeah.
Because there's too much artsy fartsy bullshit going on with,
Well, this
with the
episode is
storytelling.
definitely
in
better
this.
upon rewatch
Yeah.
because you already know what's happening.
Yeah. If
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I can see that because like first time watching this, I was like, is this a flashback? Is this when that guy Zack died? Is this like a flashback of that? Or whatever his name was. Like, I think it's Zack, right?
No, it's Zack.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, that's flashback? I was super confused, and it didn't explain it until the last like 10 minutes of the episode. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, that was annoying. Like, and that's it. But we'll get there anyway. Continue on, Jude.
Okay. Adama and Starbuck discuss the need to train new pilots over a glass of water. Starbuck desperately doesn't want to be responsible for the life of any more pilots by putting them in a Raptor. We're reminded she passed Zack without merit and that he was killed while flying. Adama tells Starbuck she's the only person who can train the new pilots, and much like she couldn't fail Zack, she can't say no to the commander.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know what to. This is not a good episode. I'm sorry. I was kind of bored. Starbuck is kind of a douche in this episode as well.
I do like how like water has become like a luxury drink,
Right.
You know, like how everyone's like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
water.
they have like shot glasses and they're like, cheers for water. I'm like, get out of here. Even if I was,
Water is a luxury.
I mean, I guess.
We're
but,
still figuring out how to get it.
I mean, they have it in flasks and shit. Like it's alcohol. It's
Yeah.
kind of silly.
Nobody's showering, nobody's like brushing their teeth. It's all just like,
Everybody
I'm
stings.
going to take my thimble of water every day.
Now that would be a fun episode. It's just an episode about. It would almost be like an episode of Seinfeld, how everybody just stinks because they can't shower.
Yeah.
And that's the only part of the episode. It's just them goofing around, being like, "God, you freaking reek. Who's got BO?"
Hey man, as long as you like add in like a low flow shower head and some nasty shampoo.
Dude, it's like that episode. There is actually an episode of
know.
Seinfeld
Yeah.
where they get the new shower heads
Yeah.
for like elephants or whatever, and
Kramer makes a salad.
Kramer makes a salad in the shower. Yes.
And they have to get like the black market Russian shower heads to come in. And they,
Yes. And the guy's got the trench coat in the van. He's like, "What kind you got in there?" You're like, this one's made for elephants only.
It's good for scrubbing.
It's good. It's good for you. It'll be fine. Just hook it up.
Battlestar Galactica.
Battlestar Galactica. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not into this episode.
Got a shortage of normal flow shower heads.
And Jerry's hair is all flat and
In the
shit.
fleet. That would be an episode.
That'd be great.
The shower heads in the fleet are all fucked up. Can't get a good shower around here. Jude's all like,
Chief is in the hangar bay, like drilling holes through a sheet metal, trying to build his own.
gonna design a shower head.
Yes.
That's right.
Okay. Come
I
on.
do want to talk about the relationship between Adama and Starbuck.
Okay. Take it away.
Because Adama knows that like she was engaged to his son who is now dead, and he looks at Kara like she's the daughter that he never had,
Right.
And he caters to her. She is the best, but it's his love for her that lets her get away with stuff.
Yeah.
With Adama, like she punched out the colonel. And Adama was like, "You're not really going to bring her up on charges, are you? It's Kara.
Yeah.
It's my daughter, Kara."
Yeah.
So, like in a few more scenes when he realizes,
Yeah, the shit hits the fan.
yeah. and how that relationship turns.
That was a great scene.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's what this whole episode's about.
Essentially.
is the build up to that scene that we need to get to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's kind of important. So
All right.
Starbuck in the Raptor, seeing the controls spinning wildly. Flash to a card game with Gata, Gaius, and the pilots. Flash to Starbuck and Zack in bed. Zack questions Starbuck about his piloting skills, and Starbuck doesn't tell him that she should have failed him, assuring him that he passed and has the chops to be a pilot. Crashdown questions Gaius and Gata about the Cylon test, and it's clear the secret of the Cylons looking like us is out of the bag.
Okay, so you guys know how I've been kind of irritated with the sexy robot in his head thing, right? I was like, oh my God, can we get over this? This was a cool freaking scene because she was pissed. Like,
That we're not quite there yet, are we?
are we? I
The
thought
card game?
is it the card game?
you're getting your scenes mixed
Oh,
up.
I'm getting my scenes mixed up. I'm sorry. No, it's when he's with Adama and he's questioning him
that
about.
was last episode, Alex.
Was it?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh man, sorry. I binge watched both of them at the same time.
That was the one where basically Gaius is called into Adama's office and he'd be like, "What's taking so long with the Cylon detector?"
Yeah, yeah.
And then Gaius is basically kind of admitting that he doesn't know what
That's
he's
when
doing.
he asks for the warhead.
Oh, that was the last episode?
Yeah,
that
I'm
was,
sorry.
yeah.
I watched both of them back to back, so I'm getting my scenes mixed up. Sorry. My bad.
No, in this
Yeah,
one we just have the flashbacks.
Yeah, this episode, so like they're at the card game, and Sam Witwer is putting in some work. You know, your boy.
Yeah. Star Killer, man. I love seeing him. I had no idea he was in this show. It's really cool. All right. Any thoughts on this, V?
No.
Okay.
God.
This is a hard episode to get into.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
Oh, well. We tried
Well, I
it.
thought it was interesting because it's supposed to be this huge secret that the Cylons look like us, but they don't want everyone to start panicking. So they've been trying to keep it to themselves, not realizing that people know. And so now they're just bringing it up nonchalant at a card game. Like, we all know the Cylons look like us. You're obviously working. Like, they know everything already. And they're like, what?
Yeah, Crash Down was like, so Gata, like, how's your Cylon detector going? And Gata and
What?
and Gaius Baltar are both there, and they're just like, how do you know about this? And like, even if we were working on it, we couldn't tell you anything. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So it was a fun little scene where it kind of shows like how word gets out through the fleet and stuff like that. I liked it.
Yeah, it's interesting that what they mentioned in episode 2, I think, is that like the only people that knew were in that room and 3 Marines.
Yeah.
That were
Those Marines
talked. They got drunk and they talked to their friends at a poker game.
Well, there were also a lot of people in that room.
Yeah.
it's like by the time they told all those other people to fuck off, it was like the cat was already out of the bag.
It was probably Gaius. That guy's hallucinating constantly. He probably thought he was talking to Six.
Yeah. That shit's so funny, that episode. She's like, fucking tell him. And he's like,
She only tells him half.
Yeah.
And she's like, you're on your own. For
yeah,
the
you're on
rest.
your own. Figure it out on your own. And he's like, I need a nuclear warhead for reasons.
Because I need one.
Plutonium. Yeah. He could have made up anything. Adama wouldn't have known.
I know. He's just sitting there sipping on his water.
Yeah.
I hate my life.
Getting wasted on water.
All right.
Dude, Edward James Olmos is like so wonderful in the show. Like you can just in every scene it feels like he has the weight of the world on his shoulders.
Yeah.
And you could like I can relate. That's me in like 2 months. I'm not joking.
Yeah, we'll get that. That's one of the best scenes, obviously, of this episode. We'll talk about in a minute, but go ahead, Jude.
All right.
Continue on.
On Caprica, Hilo and Not Boomer follow the beacon looking for whoever sent it out and find a hidden door leading to a fallout shelter. The beacon went off automatically in the attack, but the 2 pilots find food, water, and medical supplies inside the bunker while Number 6 follows them.
How convenient.
That bunker is my wet dream.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That place is dope.
Yeah.
It's got batteries all lined up. It's got snacks and food and medical equipment.
I mean, the Cylons set that up
Oh,
Right.
so
sure.
that
100%.
Sharon could be like, look what we found.
look
We're
what we found."
saved.
It was-
And we can hunker down here and fuck.
Okay. It was funny because he started asking questions. He's like, that's weird. Everybody set this up, but then there's nobody here. That's really, she's like, don't ask questions. Just have the snack.
Be grateful. Just be grateful.
Yeah, we shouldn't,
had
we shouldn't bother asking.
Had everything you need in there, man.
Yeah.
Except the swing. Needs a swing. Right, Jude? It needs a swing.
I didn't see any lube, but
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, a sex chair. Is that what you're talking
Yeah.
about?
Swing.
A sex
Yes.
swing.
Yeah. What?
Does the military make emergency sex packets? Like, these are our MREs.
They should.
These are our
I prefer a sex
They
seesaw.
gotta repopulate the,
MRSs are over here.
gotta repopulate the earth.
Military emergency sex pack.
Did you ever hear that song, Sex Packet?
No, that's a song?
Digital Underground.
Oh my God.
They should have an extra room attached on there with like a box of like lube and a swing and
Heart-shaped bed.
a heart-shaped bed
Mirrors
that
on the ceiling.
vibrates,
Mirrors on the ceiling.
you know, some flashlights, you know, for the days you feel a little
Yeah,
lonely.
in case no women survived. Yeah,
Yeah.
couple blow up dolls.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
One looks like 6.
Cylon. Backup Cylon in the closet.
It's got one of those real girls. in like
the
the-
Instead of a turd on his hand, it's got a vibrator. Like it's a Frankenschlugen.
Bring out the
I swear the Cylons are playing the long game here, aren't
They
they?
really are.
They need to find like a box of weed.
Derailed.
It's like, all right.
Yeah.
It's just a packet.
Military emergency weed.
Yeah. It was all confiscated before the war. It's just been sitting there.
Like, gotta get your blunts and some edibles.
It's for medicinal purposes.
Right.
Yes. Get high and have sex, man.
Right next to the
That's
radiation.
what you do.
What else are you going to do in the apocalypse?
Get the radiation poison pills and your weed. So yeah, hell yeah.
You gotta procreate, man. You gotta
Goddamn right.
rebuild the population. Get high and bang.
All these
Eat ass, suck a dick, and sell drugs.
Jesus Christ.
whatever.
Just another Wednesday.
Or Tuesday morning.
Fucking Jude. Holy shit.
Mulaney.
All right.
This is what I miss about us.
I know. Who wants to talk about Battlestar Galactica? We've been talking about sex bunkers.
Talk about sucking some dicks.
Sex bunkers. That's a business right there.
Write that down.
Yeah. Want to survive the apocalypse and get laid?
We'll come and build you a sex bunker.
Is it the end of the day? Is it the end of the world, but you're still sexy?
$100, Home Depot.
That's what Cylons were originally built for. Apocalypse companions.
Is that why they're so pissed off?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I mean, come on. Why else would they design a 6?
That's a great question.
She has one job, and that is to
Be
pleasure
sexy.
you.
Oh, Jesus.
Her name isn't even Six. People just
I know.
assumed.
Yeah.
It was sex.
Yeah.
SEX 1000.
That's how they pronounce it in German.
She was like, but everyone else's numbers. They're like, no.
No, that's his D6. That is
Not what
D6
you're
doll.
here for.
I wonder if they did that. I just kind of dawned on me that
Sex.
maybe
Sex.
sex is
Sieben.
That's another
Ron Moore,
Seinfeld.
you are a
Six is
sly
good.
dog. Yeah, that's
Oh,
for
that was
sure.
the name, right? Yeah. I'm
No, it was the deaf girl because she thought he was saying sex.
Oh,
He was
that's
like,
right.
It's like
Yeah.
you want to do 6?
No,
Six
she
is
was
good.
sweep. It was sweep. You want to go sweep together? And she thought sweep was sleep. And George was freaking
Oh,
out.
so there's 2 of them then because he's in the car with someone.
Yeah.
I think it's the same episode. And
Maybe it was.
he's like, is 6? Does 6 work for you?
Yeah.
6 is good for me.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. That's
What are you
right.
guys talking about?
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld.
All right, guys. If you want more shenanigans like this,
If you
go
want
to
to talk about Seinfeld,
if you want to talk about sex bunkers and Seinfeld, go to saltynerdclub.com and sign up. It's only $5 a month. You guys get exclusive access to all kinds of cool stuff, including podcasts. We get 4 podcasts a month, maybe sometimes 5, depending on how the weeks land. And you get classic sci-fi shows. We've done Doctor Who. We're doing Battlestar Galactica this month. We're doing... should I tell them what I'm doing next month?
yeah, it's the last episode.
Twilight Zone. We're doing Twilight Zone next month, guys. I've got 5 episodes of Twilight Zone lined up for us.
I'm
and
excited.
I'm super stoked. It's like
It's been a long time since I watched
it's
Twilight
like the
Zone.
granddaddy of sci-fi shows. So
excited.
join us for Twilight Zone and all kinds of really cool stuff over there at saltynerdclub.com. Sign up, only $5. It's really great value, and we'd love to have you.
Or if you want to listen to the rest of this episode,
Or yeah,
jump on the club.
jump on over.
Yeah, find out all our plans for Sex Bunker Incorporated. Okay. That's perfect.
That's nice. I like it.
Dig it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. V, where can they find you on the socials talking about sex bunkers and MRSs?
I don't know. I'm derailed. I'm thinking about feet again.
Full Larry Strong. Just jerking it under the table.
Rubbing my dick through my pants.
He is. I can see.
Look at those feet.
I'm pulling an Allison to just staring straight ahead.
We haven't
I see
even.
him looking at me like he wants me to look. I'm not looking.
I'm only one shot in.
It's Matt Bader 74.
Thank you.
That's where you can find me on all the socials. Dude, thinking about feet. Yeah. Let's go.
Jude, you're next.
You can find me on footfinder.com.
Sweet. I'm
I'm
there.
kidding.
Hold on. Is that a thing? Foot finder.
It is a thing.
I am Juju on the socials. Please don't slide into my DMs.
Jesus Christ. Matthew Kadish. Look at his face.
Visit website.
Watch out for those pop up, bud.
Oh, it's Target.
What?
Target.com. Footfinders.com goes to Target.
No, it doesn't. It does not.
certainly does.
No, it doesn't.
All right, Kadish, where can they find you on the socials?
You can find me at Matthew Kadish, Kadish on Twitter and Truth Social. KadishBooks.com takes you to my Amazon page. And if you're listening to us on Apple iTunes, please leave us a 5-star rating because we're trying to get 200 of those suckers in order to be accredited as movie reviewers on Rotten Tomatoes. So a little bit goes a long way. Thanks for the help.
Always the professional. All right, guys, if you want more sex talk and Seinfeld and feet pics, go to saltynerdclub.com and listen to the rest of this episode because we are on a rampage today. So thank you all for watching this video. Patrons, let's go.